Well, Bob, I think this is a week that we've really lucked out weather-wise.
Yeah, so far so good. Yeah, no, not a problem. This is typically one of the best times to be here in
I would
Florida.
say
You know,
so.
October, we're over the summer, high humidity for the most part, and fairly warm today, 88 degrees, but it didn't feel like it. And tower cam really showing a nice sunset tonight. Again, time lapse indicating some high variety clouds around, creating some beautiful colors this evening once again, and many photos sent in of this gorgeous sky right there that you saw. We have 4 pictures right here. Siesta Key, Margie Kraft getting this one. Appreciate that photo. And this is from Dave Kreimer, who's an umpire and has been for many years out at 17th Street Ballpark there. Played many softball games there. Thanks for that. Golden Gate, Norm Schimmel. Norm, nice picture. And Nokomis, this one from the drum circle there at Nokomis Beach. Terrence sending that one in. Appreciate all the great photos, and boy, a lot more came in. Couldn't show them all, but it was beautiful out there. Well, the rain is down to our south in Miami, and snow falling now in New York and also into Michigan tonight. And that snowfall is a little bit more prevalent into Michigan, but still now occurring in upstate New York. You can see that near Woodstock, some pretty heavy snow. For us here locally, a nice evening. Winds out of the northeast, anywhere from 10 to 15 miles an hour. Still a bit breezy out there, and it looks like the winds will stay kind of strong throughout the day tomorrow, more so in the afternoon. 74 degrees, we have clear skies, and the dew point number is coming back up now, 66 degrees, so that is increased, and winds out of the east-northeast today. Pressure 3018. The reason why we look at that dew point, because that gives you an indication of how low the temperature will get. And if it's at 66, it can't go below that. This morning's low was at 66 degrees. The high today, 88 degrees, 4 degrees shy of the record of 92 set back in 1971. No rainfall to report. And we pretty much will stay that way, I think, as far as the rain total goes for October, because we're not really anticipating a lot of rain, although we did see a few light rain showers earlier today into parts of Charlotte and South Sarasota County this evening. 69 in Arcadia, it's 76 Gulf of Mexico temperature at the west end of the Venice Pier there. 74 now in Bradenton, 72 in Inglewood, and Punta Gorda at 68. Tomorrow's forecast looks great. Some sunshine, high temperatures above average into the mid-80s near the beaches, upper 80s to near 90 degrees inland areas. I mentioned that front. You can see a little bit of a weak frontal system here. This cold front continues to stretch down into Texas. Behind it, some much colder air, and the snow falling associated with that area of low pressure over the Great Lakes, and some of this now moving into the World Series game, but it's over. Haley will have more on that in just a little bit, but we are looking at some snow showers up there into Michigan. Well, the tropics, we've had a fairly active September and for the most part October, but now things are starting to calm down a bit. There's still an area, though, we showed you earlier, located down in the Caribbean that we are watching for possibly some development down the road, but right now not a big deal. High pressure will slip off to the east and weaken somewhat. As this front approaches, it fades away before it reaches us. It gets to about, Daytona Beach, some showers associated with it. That backdoor front not expected to make its way all the way down here. Temperatures in the 40s in Toronto, Detroit, Minneapolis, all the way up into Minot, and in the 70s in Dallas, still pretty warm there. St. Louis, quite a contrast, 67 there in Chicago, now at 49 degrees. For boaters, as I mentioned, a bit breezy out there, moderate chop on the bays and inland waters. The water temperature starting to cool down to 76 degrees. Beaches will see a high of 85. The UV index will be high tomorrow. And the forecast tides upcoming, low tide will be at 6:04 and a high at 11:38 tomorrow morning. Tonight, staying warm, upper 60s, northeast winds at 10. Tomorrow, above average temperatures continuing, but it shouldn't feel too bad out there. East winds 10 to 15. The extended forecast calling for slightly above average temperatures right through the weekend. Looking good for Halloween and all the trick-or-treaters there, just a little bit on the warm side.